You don't get to acting stupid now. Okay. Alright. What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Shani Mac. I am back with another video. So, as you guys know, it's been a lot of talks about this Jay-Z and Roger Goodell move with the NFL. Haven't did a video in a minute, but I have a couple of things I want to talk about. Hopefully I can get them done today because I've been a very busy woman. Anywho, I'm gonna play a few videos, and of course I'm gonna interrupt in between those videos. I'm sure a lot of people have gotten wind of these videos I'm gonna play. I would like to see what you guys' input is on this and what are your views pertaining to it, because I got a lot to say. But initially I want to play the first video where this all basically hit the circuit waves about Jay-Z and Roger Goodell. But it was just crazy how this whole thing went down. It just took Jay-Z one time, like just last year. This incident has been going on since 2016 with Colin Kaepernick and the NFL. Jay-Z comes out of nowhere last year telling a lot of entertainers not to go and perform for the Super Bowl or do any affiliation. He's told Jermaine Dupri not to do any deals. And if I'm not mistaken, it's somebody else. I think it was him and a couple other guys, or it was another group of black men that tried to come in and do a deal. But I do know someone of the African American community tried to get in on a partner deal or buy one of the teams, and they wouldn't let him. And this is all during this few years. I can't find that information, but I do recall that situation going down. If I do end up coming across it again, I'm gonna keep looking, but I'll leave a link for it. So before I get started, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, leave a comment respectfully, and let me know what you think. Don't forget to hit the notification bell button, and you can get all the updates on my latest videos that are upcoming. All right, so we are about to get started here, and then I just want y'all to pay attention to certain things when this video plays. First, I want you to pay attention to the look on Jay-Z's face. I want you to pay attention to Roger Goodell's face, him just laughing about this whole matter. Just things of that nature. And a lot of celebrities have given feedback on this. Rihanna was one of them. Knew something was up when she got out of that Tidal deal, and she stopped following Tidal, or whatnot and stuff like that. And she came out and said how he's been having these talks right now for over a year, and not once did he mention anything about him having talks about this to Colin Kaepernick. So like I said, we're gonna just get to playing the video.
Another interesting sighting here, Jay-Z and Roger Goodell together in New York, announcing a new partnership between the NFL and Jay-Z's Rock Nation. It's an entertainment company that the league has tapped to be their official live music entertainment strategist, which...
Don't even start, because I'm thinking this is supposed to be where you guys are supposed to be talking.
Which means we'll see their fingerprint on big events like the Super Bowl, but also on the league's Inspire Change initiative, which was a key component to the deal for both sides.
We really think we should partner with the best. That's why we're sitting here. We're partnering with the best. And so his perspective is going to drive us. I'm not going to sit here and talk to him about entertainers. He knows that business. What we have to do is figure out how do we support that, and how do we make sure that we bring that to another level. The NFL...
Now, this whole issue, I'm pausing it right there. This whole issue is not about entertainment with the NFL. That was never the issue. The issue was about Colin Kaepernick kneeling as an NFL player for police brutality and injusticeness in the African American community. That's what this whole protest has began about. I have not watched a football game in 3 years. And I have been a football watcher since my teen years. So we're talking half my freaking life. I have watched football. You know, I've always been a football fan. Now, in these recent years, from 2016, from when it started, I didn't like how they did him. And then they tried to derail it by saying, oh, you're going against the military. Oh, you're disrespecting the flag. No, he was just simply talking about he's against what this country is supposed to stand on and the fact that it's a lot of level of unfairness with blacks. And then I'm so tired of so many folks that are not black or either white-minded washed black, and them just sitting here making it seem like that this has not been an issue. It has been an issue since the beginning of the history of this country. And now that people so think they're free and they're really not, which I keep telling a lot of people, they setting everybody fucking up. I know this is a big distraction. This indeed I definitely do know, but this has nothing to do with entertainment. So Jay-Z, your old funny looking ass was the first person when they offered you to do the halftime show last year in the Super Bowl. You said no, and you stood for Keapernick, and you know, you had your little things you had to say. Then you went and told other entertainers, because of your influence and them respecting you and looking up to you, for whatever those reasons are, they did not do any deals with the NFL off of your word. And now here you go, not even a year later, now it's business. So it's just like, you know, whatever. All right.
Platform for us, what was exciting for us, spy change was already happening, and the NFL has a huge platform, and we can use that huge platform for. We've seen it happen, like when J.J. Watts, you know, came to the aid to everybody.
Come on now. Sorry, y'all. But look at his face, though. Look back at his face.
And the whole world forgot about all the turmoil they had with the NFL. Oh, that's a great thing. That's a fantastic thing. And if you can use that platform to do that in different areas, then it's a home run. That's the success. I think someone asked me what I would view success. That's the success for me.
I don't think either one of us expected that this relationship wouldn't have its critics. I think we're both used to. I'm more used to critics than he is.
Might be 50-50 there.
but we knew that. But you don't let the critics or the negativity overwhelm the chance to do something really positive.
Now, see, they're looking at the critics and what they may have to say as negativity. And a lot of people, I'm getting cussed out, y'all, for, by the way, on the blog site. So, because of how I look at this whole situation, I don't believe this is genuine. I do not believe this is genuine. This is all about money for his family pockets, him. And this is for him to shut down all of this stuff, because they had to find a way to shut down about these discussions. They do. Whenever blacks get on a wave, it scares white America for some reason. Why? Well, those whys could be in a list of things. It could be multiple things that, you know, I'm not going to necessarily touch on at this very moment, because we know what time it is. However, this guy, if y'all care so much, y'all have more blacks working in the NFL, getting their bodies beaten, tore the hell down, worse than any baseball player, basketball player, tennis player, hockey player. And I know some people will say, oh, well, they be fighting on the hockey and all that. Yeah. Those are all set up for them to be intentionally fighting and having bloodbaths. They get paid extra. If you don't believe me, I used to watch hockey as a kid, and that's something I learned they did a very long time ago. But anywho, I used to be a very big sports fan. I used to be into hockey and basketball back, you know, when I was a kid. I got a collection of basketball cards. Been collecting. I still got them to this day. Well, some of them from people stealing them, but you know, I still have some of my collection to this day. So this has been something that has culturally been with me for a very long time. So if he was so concerned about making some kind of change, y'all would not have fired Keapernick. Y'all would not have basically tried to shut up the other players who tried to follow suit and threaten their jobs. You fired him and Eric. So y'all gave Eric back his job. He's now playing for the Panthers. And now all of a sudden they got a settlement. What them terms in those deals are, we all don't really know. I don't know if this is something that they settle with for them to stay silent on. But Keapernick has not stopped his advocacy for the African American community. He hasn't. This has been his fight, and here this motherfucker go to make you think. But I'm gonna go here and play Dr. Boyce Watkins first.
The social justice cause by partnering with the NFL. Now, a lot of you guys know that Jay-Z just signed a deal with the NFL, apparently to partner with them on music initiatives and social justice and things like that. And there are people that I was really analyzing. I was on my Instagram, which is the real Boyce Watkins, and I saw where there were a lot of people. I mean, it was so mixed. It was so interesting how it almost seemed like the opinions just literally split right down the middle. I mean, one person would say,
here we go.
Say, good for Jay, it's cool, you know, he can do what he wants. Another person would say, no, that's bullshit, Jay-Z's a sellout. So it's really an interesting kind of breakdown in terms of understanding economics and how economics drives social justice, how they're all connected, you know. So when I talk to you guys about wealth building on a regular basis, this is exactly why, you know. I think that when you're all sort of begging for a seat at the table, at the master's table, or fighting over a seat at the master's table, you end up, you know, sort of getting into these almost what I might call, you know, chicken fights, you know, or plantation fights. Not to say that
come on. Y'all don't come and butcher me either in the comments on my internet.
But, you know, it's all about sort of fighting for this NFL platform, you know, getting access to this NFL platform. And so y'all know how I think. You know, I'm kind of like Ice Cube. Okay, maybe we had our own league, you know, some of these issues would be resolved. But at the same time, it's really complex, and it is what it is. So let's kind of break this down. First of all, I want to say good morning, everybody. I see Coach K, 30.
Let me move this up.
You know, London and China on this issue, so I thought it was worth talking about. And don't forget, I'll be, you know, just in case you guys are interested, I'll be in Atlanta next week, the weekend of August 23rd. So you can go to drboyceatlanta.com to learn more. drboyceatlanta.com. What's going on? I see Brooklyn shouted out, and Newark, New Jersey, Houston. All Black National Conventions in Houston, September 27th. allblacknationalconvention.com. Howard County, Maryland, Houston again. Montgomery, Alabama, Oxford, North Carolina. I see Bridgeport, Connecticut, Atlanta, Georgia, California, New Jersey, Kansas City. I don't know if that's KCK or KC Mo. Either way, I love you both. So let's break it down. Let's hop into this. Okay, so Jay-Z, if you don't know, in case you've been buried under a rock, Jay-Z just signed a deal with the NFL. He's going to partner with them on social justice initiatives and also on, I guess, musical selections. Maybe help them pick, you know, which person is going to perform at the Super Bowl or whatever the case may be. And it is what it is. You know, these deals get made all the time. And apparently, from what I've been reading in different places, there are some people that are very unhappy with Jay-Z's move. I was very curious to know how Keapernick and his camp felt. Now, Keapernick, he should probably be a monk, because Keapernick is very silent. He doesn't talk much on social media. He talks through surrogates. You know, he'll have his girlfriend say something, or his friends will say something, or he'll retweet something. And so it reminds me of that Avengers character, I Am Groot. You know, I Am Groot doesn't talk. He just says, I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot. So Keapernick, a.k.a. I Am Groot, basically hasn't seemed to have said anything directly, which I really don't understand. That I kind of wish Cap would actually talk. Because, you know, that's required.
Well, Keapernick has been on record now. He did say something, but he did do this video before Keapernick actually got the opportunity to speak. But, okay, go ahead.
You know, if you're going to be the next Muhammad Ali, which I don't know if that comparison necessarily works, you got to say something. You know, you got to talk. You know, you can't just You can't just, like sit there quietly and say, I am Groot, because you're trying to protect your money, or you're trying to protect your lawsuit, or you're trying to protect your deal with Nike, whatever it is he's protecting. He's not really talking much. Now, maybe I can check again. Maybe he's tweeted something, but I think speaking through retweets, I'm just going to say that right there. I don't know if that is optimal for the community. Now, somebody says, and I agree, Lane Davenport, he would lose money if he talks. I agree. Which, okay, so I'm a financial guy. That's what I do. You guys know this. So let's talk about the money. So what Lane just mentioned, which I agree with, is that if Cap talks, he's going to lose money. That's probably why Cap is silent. That's probably why he's doing the I am Groot imitation, because Groot does not want to lose his money. And so, I think it's really fascinating that, the man who is silent, when the community would love for Cap to speak, right? The community, tell me yes or no. Would you be happy if Kaepernick were to speak? Would you feel the community would benefit if Kaepernick used his voice to speak directly to issues affecting the community? Would the black community be better off if Kaepernick was to start? He lost millions. Do y'all know how much money Ali lost? Muhammad Ali lost for speaking up. Ali could have been quiet too. Ali could have been like, I am Groot. I am Groot. I get paid. I am Groot. I wait for the check. I am Groot. Right? But Ali didn't do that. Ali was like, no, these suckers, Viet Cong ain't never called me nigga. Right? Ali's out there. He's like, the black man needs to blah, 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 blah. I'm with the Nation of Islam, and I'm not going to let nobody tell me what I can't believe in. I go to black neighborhoods, and black people are being mistreated. Like, Ali wasn't quiet. Ali did not sit down and shut up. Ali did not shut up and dribble. Ali ran his mouth from the time he got on a national platform to the time he stepped off and couldn't speak anymore. Ali used that voice, and that voice does matter. You could say, like, no, it's a different game. You got to be more strategic. Okay, that's cool. You got it strategic. Okay, I get that. But just know that there's a difference between talking and not talking. Let's giving you millions of dollars, a lot less than you would criticize somebody who ain't giving you shit. Right? So, let's be clear. Jay-Z, it's right to point out the hypocrisy. Sean King pointed it out. Sean King's correct. It's crazy. Like, what are you doing, man? This is whack. Right? Okay, it is. But at the same time, he doesn't have a monopoly on whackness in any of this. At the same time, I've seen people who've actually made the point. They made the point. They said, look, Colin Kaepernick got $10 million or whatever from his lawsuit with the NFL. And he got tens of millions from his deal with Nike, who gets their money directly from him. He's taking blood money.
Now, hold on now, Dr. Boyce Watkins. Yes, true enough. Nike gets paid through the NFL for, products and stuff being sold. However, the black community is a huge support of the brand Nike. So it ain't just the NFL end all be all. Without the NFL, Kaepernick couldn't get paid. That's not true, because these black folks out here be buying the fuck out of some damn Nike gym shoes. Like, that's their go-to brand. Always have been. It's been that way for a very long time. Now, I'm gonna kind of come out of this because he got a long video. He got a few videos up on his page. You guys can go check him out. That's weird, because I'm actually subscribed to his channel. I don't know why it's telling me to subscribe, but okay. I gotta check into that and see what that's. Oh, I know what it is. He got another channel. Okay, anywho. Basically, they brought Jay-Z for a face. The same thing that the Russians did when they came in and brought the Brooklyn, New York Nets. Whatever the heck the team is called. They let Jay-Z have a little few percentage in it. And once they got what they needed out of Jay-Z, boop, out the door you go. Same thing happening right now in my eyes with this NFL situation. He may have a bigger deal with the NFL, but they would rather deal with Jay-Z because Jay-Z is a more cooperative nigga than Kaepernick is. Kaepernick brings too much controversy. So who's the next person in the black community that everybody idols and worships and looks up to? Jay-Z. They seen last year how the NFL literally plummeted in views and everything when it came to the games. Now it was moving down. It was going down staggering low or whatever since 2016, but 2018 hit a major blow when Jay-Z started telling other entertainers, don't go and perform at the Super Bowl. Now, I've had some debates with a few people about this and stuff that I know, and they was like, oh man, he made a good deal, that was a good business move. And I'm just sitting here like, in reality it really wasn't, because if it was really a genuine business move and they really want to directly deal with social injustice in this, why not finish that off with a good look with the person who started in the first place? Let him have his job back, and then y'all all work on that together. Or you could have went and got any activists. It's so many black African American activists and stuff out here that they could have really got with to work on social structure. Not that the NFL has anything to do with the police department, but firing Keapernick had nothing to do with it either. You know what I mean? It has something to do with what he had to say, but Keapernick and what he stood for, you know, the NFL made it their business to go and support the cops and stuff like that or whatever. So I had told these people, you know, when these entertainers are doing these halftime shows, they're not getting paid for it. So Jay-Z coming in and having some say so or ambassadoring or whatever in the heck it is that he's doing for entertainment purposes ain't nothing but a free shuck and jive show, because the entertainers don't get paid. They go in half with the NFL to sponsor their halftime show. So really it's an investment for that artist's career. It's not they're getting paid. So during that whole halftime performance, all those companies that's actually putting in money, all those people who are actually watching, they getting paid hand over freaking fist of billions of dollars just in one showing of just one game. Let's just talk about the whole Super Bowl. And they're not even getting really a good deal. Now, what would have impressed me, because everybody seemed to be so impressed with Jay-Z, what would have impressed me if they was really sitting down having talks about how to get Keapernick his job back. Two, how these football players who's getting beat the heck down on these fields, how they can get a better pay, because everybody that's in the NFL is not getting paid big money, but their bodies is getting beat down whenever they hit that field. Though that's where I want to see structure. I want to see them actually give each team, put back something into each state that they have a team in. That is something that that's something I would have been like, oh, okay, I see what Jay doing. But this motherfucker talking about a whole dog and pony show, the whole Roman circus. He's not talking about anything that's gonna better anything. But everybody is so on Jay-Z's ish, and because he's now a black billionaire, and like I've been telling y'all, these folks do not make it to that amount of money or be able to sit at no table with these people unless they have literally been sold the fuck out. And that's just all there is to it. That's why Keapernick got booted out. Okay? Now he may be on some levels, where, it's connections and circles and stuff like that, but he's not Jay-Z level type stuff. Okay? Why is it that it's mighty funny? You got a lot of people doing deals, and Jay-Z seems to have played a lot of people in his past. Dame Dash, Kanye West. People be so quick. Soon Kanye West was talking with the president, everybody was done with him. They've been dragging Kanye West every little thing he do. Now, yeah, Kanye done said some very controversial things, done some very controversial things, but at the same time, everybody has been like over and done with it with Kanye. And Kanye ain't did nothing but really be a boisterous person to give his opinion, even though Jay-Z used to always try to get him to kind of, tailor what he has to say or simmer down on some of the things that he chooses to say. And Kanye West just was that person to be like, no, I'm gonna say what I gotta say. They're gonna have to take it for what it is. And I'm not saying that put some hindrance on their relationship, but something went on, something happened. But even though this is not about Kanye West, but I'm just throwing out examples here. Wherever Jay-Z and Beyonce can get a gain, I keep telling y'all about these people. These people serve Satan, okay? Yeah, Jay-Z gonna sell out. They still on here laughing. They on here light my ass up on Baller Alert. They didn't call me all kind of hoes and all kind of stuff, y'all. So, all because I said screw him. You know, Jay-Z about his money. And I'm not mad about you being about getting your money and stuff like that. But how you think that this, how do the black people think this is a good move for him after everything Colin Kaepernick had to go through and what he took a L on? So if people are like, oh well, he took a cut, he took a settlement. He was entitled that settlement. He got fired wrongfully because he was expressing his amendments, his First Amendment right, freedom of speech. You get fired for that. And then when he couldn't get his job back and they blackballed him, because everybody not stupid. Then when they asked Jay-Z, because I can't find the interview, but when I looked at it, I looked on the blog sites. When they asked him, they asked Jay-Z, they said, well, what about Colin Kaepernick getting his job back? Jay-Z said, oh, well, this wasn't about Colin Kaepernick. What the fuck? You wouldn't be sitting at the table right now had it not been for Colin Kaepernick going through all of this for these last few years. You wouldn't be sitting here right now with no deal. Then you turned around and told Jermaine Dupri not to do it last year. The same thing that you sitting at the table with. So now you want everybody to be quiet because, oh, now I got to check. Oh, we safe now, y'all. It's cool. So now everybody else got to come in and support you because now you say it's cool. Like, people are such big sheeple that they will follow somebody all solely based off of his influence. And like I told a lot of people, Jay-Z did not need the NFL to be heard. This is how you know Jay-Z was never genuine in the first place. You can't come out and say, I support my black people, and then the moment that money arises, I go and sell my black people out, and then be like, oh, well, it was never about black people. This conversation ain't about black people. Then what? I wouldn't even be where I'm at right now. Had it not been for the uproar of black people, you wouldn't have the opportunity. It had it not been for Colin Kaepernick going through what he went through. So this is how I'm looking at it. People can look at it now. It would be different if he was still playing. This never happened. And then bam, they offer Jay-Z a deal. And Jay-Z sitting down at the table and getting a percentage in one of the NFL teams, or as an owner, or he's getting entertainment, whatever the fuck it is with his company. Then okay, yeah, man, homeboy, you making good moves. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be no big problem. You know, okay, somebody, actually one person out of all these folks and cussing me out, somebody see where I'm coming from. I'm sorry, y'all. You know, it would be a different story had none of this stuff went about. This is where everybody is just looking at him crazy, those who have sense. When you see where this all sourced from, and Jay-Z is really the one that's profiting off of this because he didn't open up his mouth, because he didn't told people not to go and do these shows and stuff like that and support it, because clearly we know the NFL is racist. LeBron James that came out and said it. Rihanna then came out and said it. Hell, even J. Cole came and said that he still support Colin Kaepernick. Rihanna put Jay-Z on blast. I don't know what's going on with this whole thing with them, you know. So it's just like a lot of people are starting to see this man for what he really is. And he is not for the people. He is about what these elitists want. And they using his face, you know, to just basically drag us back into the burning house. This is like a MLK effect. Martin Luther King wanted us to come from being independent and coming to join forces with these dang on Gentiles. And when that all happened, look where we have been since. We have not been ahead since. They have done everything in their power to keep us down. Every time we try to get up, they keep us down. And the only way we can get up unless we sucking somebody's dick and fucking one of them. Or making a fool out of ourselves. Selling out. But this is why the scriptures say that the world has been given over into the hands of the wicked. Satan is the prince of the powers of the air. Where is this? You know, I mean, what air source are they talking about? Airwaves, TV, satellite. We got so much stuff, y'all, that's being ran through the elitists that is crazy. It's impossible, y'all. It's merely impossible for folks to really sit here and think, oh, Jay-Z did a heck of a deal, or he did something right and righteous or whatever for us, when this is all about for just shucking and jiving. This is for a dog and pony show. This isn't for social injustice. Where does entertainment and police brutality meet hand in hand? Cause I last checked, this ain't happening at a concert. These police beatings and killings ain't happening at a CD signing or anything pertaining to entertainment. Okay? This is them just throwing this stuff out here to get everybody freaking distracted once again. But I'm gonna play Roland Martin's thing. He got a 15-minute clip here, and I actually agree with the guy and the guy he have on here as a guest. So let's listen to what he got to say.
A show out here that keeps it black and keep it real is Roland Martin Unfiltered. By going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com, you can make this possible. If the NFL thought cutting a deal with Jay-Z to co-produce their halftime show as well as be involved in social justice issues was going to somehow end the controversy surrounding Colin Kaepernick, they are sadly mistaken. One day after publicly announcing this deal, Jay-Z has become under withering criticism from a number of people by cutting the deal with the NFL, even as they continue to whiteball, and that's right, Colin Kaepernick. Why do we say whiteball? Because that's what's happened to Colin Kaepernick by the NFL owners, and so we're not going to use the term blackball. Podcast host Benjamin.
And you know what? I don't mean to cut him off real quick, but he right about that. Because, see, they asked another question. I wish I could find this dang on where they literally just straight up asking a question, but they didn't edit it and hid this video. Like, you cannot really pull this shit up on the web. But anywho, they had asked him, well, why has Kaepernick been blackballed from the NFL? Then he turns around and say, oh, Colin Kaepernick was never blackballed. We never stopped him from coming back. Well, what the fuck? Why in the fuck has he not been back? Why in the fuck is he still always training and preparing and things of that nature? Why? Oh, because he just like to do it. This man has basically worked his entire life from childhood, college, up into an adult to get where he is. Unfortunately, him being boisterous about us, because anytime something about black folks come up and they make white folks uncomfortable, they get mad. Like yesterday, I made a comment. It had nothing to do with this in particular. It was about a survey about white folks and stuff. Well, not even white folks. Let me take that back. It was a survey about people wearing underwear and how long they keep it on. And they were saying 45% of Americans. So a lot of blacks was on there like, oh shit, well, we know that's not black people. And then some people was like, well, I know some black folks that sell drugs, but they can keep the same clothes on for a week and they'll still change their underwear or whatever. And I'm like, you know, in my household, we change our underwear. Like, that's unheard of. So I said, what ethnic group? My question was, what ethnic group did this 45% tile lead in? Was this based off ethnicity or was this gender based? And so this one young white girl came on there, called me a basic bitch and all this. I mean, she just got the going. I lit her ass up, though, for the record. Y'all already know. I lit her ass up from the beginning to the end. And then she went back and started retracting by erasing her comments that she had said, because she seen that what she had to say to me didn't work in my favor and told me that's how you get your ass whooped by a white girl. So I would take that as, if you were to see me and I had this to say, that's how I would get my ass whooped. So that's kind of like a threat. You know, I didn't see where my views and my opinions led someone to feel like it's okay for them to talk to me in a disrespectful manner when the question was never directed to you. It was directed to the person who put up the post. And so, and you know, and that's a problem with these people. You know, you just can't get around. Like, our people is so starstruck. Anything that these celebrities do, because they have a favor and a liking to them. And don't get me wrong, I used to be a big fan of Jay-Z's when I used to listen to hip-hop music. You know, he was one of my favorite rappers. Beyonce was one of my favorite R&B singers when she came out from, I knew every last freaking song on every last album she put out from the group Destiny's Child to her solo career. So please don't get it twisted folks and make it seem as if like I'm just on some hating stuff. No, they're very talented. That's a very talented couple. But however, I see the facts for what they are. This ain't got nothing to do with their talent. This has got something to do with the distractions, the manipulation, the lies, the wickedness that's behind their intentions. So, you know, that's where my views and my opinions come and click in to. I can see through the bullshit. I can discern these spirits that's operating through these folks, and they already have letting this be clearly known they serve Satan. But you folks out there in La La Land, the ones that don't never wake up, you know, y'all gonna name call, tell somebody bad, we don't need you. He don't need y'all, because this is not for him. Hell, he playing chess, not checkers. Yeah, and y'all the pawns. It's that simple. Because y'all the pawns that's gonna go out there. Y'all gonna purchase merchandise again. The views gonna go back up. Everybody gonna go right back to normal. While blacks is still out there getting their ass beat. Still getting racially discriminated. Still getting shot if they reach for their license. This stuff gonna still go on. But yeah, everybody gonna forget about the fact that the very company that has more African Americans employed in a sport that is more dangerous than any sport that's out there being played don't give a fuck about this shit. They want to get this nipped in the bud nowhere, and they brought the right man in to do it. Especially when they seen the effects that Jay-Z had. Jay-Z is a billionaire, allegedly. He did not need the NFL. He's a billionaire and he got black millionaire friends. They all, like Ice Cube said, they could have went on in and got their own shit popping. Easy. Jay-Z could have had his own platform. He did not need the NFL. Quite honestly, the way these people flock and suck on him, that's all it took was for him to make that kind of move, and then everybody would have followed. But see, stuff like that probably would get Jay-Z taken out the game. Let's be 100. That's why that will never get done. Okay? They still, whether they got money or not, they will always still have to serve under the white man. Now, if, you know, some of my viewers that are not black are uncomfortable about what I have to say, I don't know what to tell you. I'm only just here to talk about how I see things. This is our reality. This is something that blacks in this country, worldwide, period, globally, have been dealing with these Gentile nations for such a long time. Like I said, I made a comment to find out what ethnic group this little underwear survey was based off of, and here comes some white girl trying to disguise herself as being biracial because she with some black man. And that's where I feel she thought she had me fucked up and thought she can come and just talk to me any kind of way. And she felt of some level of superiority because she got biracial kids. And then when I chewed her little ass up, then she went, oh, that's why Chris Brown had this and that to say about y'all, black women. And I'm like, I don't even know what the heck Chris Brown had to say. Then my husband had to tell me about that. It was about the hair comment. And that's where everybody got into an uproar. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, that's a hair comment. Black folks got all types of textures of hair. Like, I never took that comment that Chris Brown said about some damn hair at all. Now, my issue, when that did come about, because when he had to refresh me on what had happened, when that whole situation did come about, he did, he did mistreat some blacks and stuff like that, dark-skinned women, wouldn't let them in the VIP section and all this other stuff. But these people running these kind of circles, Chris Brown sleeps with Asians, okay? So we clearly know his type is definitely not a black girl. Last black girl he's been with was freaking Rihanna, okay? Everybody else was either biracial, of Asian descent, or just Asian. Okay, that's what you want to deal with, so fucking be it. I do not care. You know, words are words, you know, but when words become actions, then that's where I'm like, okay, we can see it for what it is. If these folks don't understand that all this time the NFL ain't gave a fuck for 3 years, they've been trying to shut Colin Kaepernick up for 3 years. And then it got worse when Jay-Z had pulled like he did with these entertainers, because they following and flocking to him because he got money, power, and influence. That's why they wanted to go and do a deal with him. They knew the same way they did with the damn Brooklyn Nets deal. So a lot of people trying to come and run stats on me about what Jay-Z had done for the community. Oh, well, he did this and they put back into, Brooklyn. I was like, I was just there a year ago. Looking back in 2017, summer 2017, I went to New York for a whole week. And I actually stayed in Brooklyn. The nicer part of Brooklyn, because it's nice parts. And then you got your hood parts. I seen, the projects where he was, where he grew up at, his neighborhood and all that shit. That shit still looked the damn same. What investment? It still looked like Junkie Center from the 90s in those projects. They ain't called projects for nothing. Then the windows and everything, folks out there, nothing's changed. Nothing. So it's just like, where did he put the money into? Nowhere. Like, I physically seen it with my own freaking eyes. So cut the bullshit. And where else has he even contributed to anything, of any part of the black community? Not that he needs to invest money, but he damn sure ain't invested his time or his voice into anything. He just jumped on this whole bandwagon. Everybody was running Nicki Minaj down, talking about she clout chasing behind Megan Thee Stallion. Because her career is over and she washed up and old and all the other crazy little comments they said. But every last artist that's already in the game has always joined forces, did a song or so with new artists. Drake and all these other people have done it for ages. But when she do it, she clout chases. She just trying to, save face or whatnot. But then when it comes to people like Jay-Z, who this is clearly a clout chasing situation, he done jumped on that fucking wave and made a hell of a damn, a profit deal from it. But they know they can use Jay-Z's face because they know Jay-Z has influence. And this is the whole point that I have been just trying to say. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to let Roland Martin say what he got to say. And I'll come back. And you know me, I'll interrupt.
Dixon says Jay really could have just made his money partnering with NFL without becoming their foil against Keapernick in the kneeling protest. But now he's going to be a monument for the NFL to say, why are you protesting? Jay-Z said it's time to move on.
Now you see that? That's some cool shit to say. That's some cool shit to say. Now, given the fact that, protesting only can get you so far, and then it's time to take action, but the action was already taking place because nobody was fucking, slowly but surely, the stats were leaving the NFL. They were losing money. So the protesting was taking effect. That's the whole reason why they was like, we got to get Jay-Z in on this. We got to get him in on this because he has a big voice and a big influence with these blacks, and we need their fucking money. They're the biggest spenders. They're the biggest investors for us. Without that group of people, we won't be making the money that we making. The effect was definitely happening. Entertainers wasn't even coming. Come on now. Stop it, Jay-Z.
NFL baller Eric Reed, a former teammate of Colin Kaepernick, tweeted, Jay-Z doesn't need the NFL's help to address social injustices. It was a money move for him and his music business. The NFL gets to hide behind his black face to try to cover up blackballing Colin.
Now you see? You see? It's amazing. It's amazing.
Also, many other people have been weighing in as well. Colin Kaepernick also tweeted out that he is thankful for the support of Eric Reed by standing with him as well. And on the same day of that Jay-Z Roger Goodell news conference.
Hold on. Y'all see that? What he doing? Now, is it necessary for him to have to honestly hold that up like that? Look at him. You see what he doing? The 666. I know y'all probably thinking I'm reaching. No, he got a lot of. I showed y'all in my other video with talking about him and his wife. This is what they do. They showing you who they get down with. When I seen the video where this guy literally, while everybody asking all the questions, he's sitting back and watching Jay-Z give all the answers, and he cracking the fuck up. I mean, he kick. That's what it was going on. At first, Jay-Z was choked up. He didn't even know how to answer these questions they was coming at him with. And that's where he was like, oh, well, okay, well, the kneeling, you know, it's over with. They get it. No, they don't fucking get it. The only thing they got was, we losing fucking money and we need to do something to stop this. And had Jay-Z not came on board, and Jay-Z actually should have took the more moral route and went on ahead and used his voice and created his own platform, stuff that he's always been doing in the first place. Come on now. He's a billionaire. Now his black ass good enough to sit with them because they billionaires. Stop it.
Other people have been weighing in as well. Colin Kaepernick also tweeted out that he is thankful for the support of Eric Reid by standing with him as well. And on the same day of that Jay-Z Roger Goodell news conference, he also tweeted that it's been 3 years since he took a stand, and he is still without work. One of the folks who also was critical of Jay-Z is Etan Thomas, former NBA ball player who joins us right now on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Etan, welcome back to the show. So you make it perfectly clear that you think Jay-Z made a mistake here. Yesterday we had Jamel Hill on the show. She said the NFL got exactly what they wanted, a cultural...
Come on now.
Cultural icon to stand with on social justice issues in order for them to say, see, it's all good. It's time for us to move on.
Yeah, and that's the tough part.
Like, that was out cold for him to say, oh, it's time to move on. Why? Because now you got paid.
That's a tough pill that a lot of people are having difficulty swallowing right now.
Yeah.
And they've seen this before. So remember the Brooklyn Nets were building their Barclays Center, and they used Jay-Z as kind of like the prop to kind of pacify everybody. And say, well, don't worry about the fact that we're going to take your homes and gentrify the neighborhood, because Jay-Z is part of this. So it's all going to be great for everybody involved. And it kind of seems like this is what's happening. It would have been great if Roger Goodell and Jay-Z, and during their press conference, would have laid out some particulars of what they were going to do.
And they didn't. They didn't.
Like if they were going to go and each team was going to have representatives in each city, that the NFL city, and they were going to go and try to implement different things and the police departments to try to change, whether it be body cameras or something, a hold they're accountable, something specific. But
now you see, I didn't even hear this part of the interview, y'all. But see, he's saying the same exact thing that I just said. Where is the input for the actual community if this is what you're supposed to be doing? Because all I'm hearing is a fucking dog and pony show at this point. And I mean literally a dog and pony show, shucking and jiving, entertainment purposes. And you know what they use music for? To keep you niggas sleep. Sing and rap you niggas straight to sleep.
They just said, well, we have Jay-Z with us, so you should be happy.
Yeah.
And that's just not enough. So that's why you're seeing all of the criticism today.
Yep.
Etan, I think your point is you nailed it. Because that has been the issue that I've had for 48 hours. Even when Rock Nation reached out to me, of course, Mark Thompson was there at yesterday's gathering, representing Roland Martin Unfiltered. They recorded the Q&A part, and that's the deal. I still don't know what the social justice part is. Okay, what I heard lots of details on the entertainment side,
right?
Soundtracks and videos and halftime, but I did not hear specifically what this social justice work is. Jay-Z was quoted as saying, oh, here's an opportunity to help millions. Yeah, but I didn't hear what that help is.
Right. All we heard was live entertainment strategist. And I think that's what they termed it. And that kind of sounds like he's going to be in charge of the Super Bowl halftime show. So I'm like, how is that a step in the right direction towards social justice?
Because it's not. Because I just said it. Last year, when he got to telling all these entertainers not to come, now they're paying him to tell them, it's okay, you guys, you can come. But we're going to cut you a check, Jay-Z, so that you can profit some off of these folks coming in to motherfucking put on a whole put the niggas to sleep show. See, that's what that was all about. That's why. That's his real job. That's his real job. And they gonna do him. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. They gonna do him the same dang on way. Hold on. All right.
And that's the issue, and that's the problem. And you know, in some of his statements that have come out, he said, well, it's time for us to move past kneeling, and and that's where Eric Reed tweeted, and he said, well, the two aren't mutually exclusive. You know what I mean? So if you could, this is what I asked. What if the NFL would have had Keapernick, or at least offered a position to Keapernick, for him to be able to connect with the social injustice piece? Now, would that have been perceived differently? You know what I mean? But for Jay-Z to, kind of allow himself to be used in this way, you're going to get a lot of a strong reaction, and that's what's happening.
Again, when I heard that comment, and I not only did I hear it, then I read it. I said, well, it's time to move beyond kneeling. First of all, I agree with Jay-Z in that it's time for action. But what's the action?
Right.
I didn't hear the action.
Exactly.
And the reality is, we also cannot still ignore the whiteballing of Colin Kaepernick.
Exactly.
So yes, Eric Reed, who is kneeled, is back in the league, but let's also be clear, he was whiteballed for a period of time. Kenny Stills is still in the NFL, but Colin Kaepernick was the one who started all of this. Colin Kaepernick is the one where the teams are saying, nah, he is not going to be it, and I contend, and I don't care what anybody says, because he plays the most high-profile position in the NFL, which is quarterback, that has a lot to do with it. You cannot convince me when I look at some of the sorry players who are in the league playing quarterback, who are in camps right now, and somehow he doesn't have the talent to play. And so the NFL can't keep trying to play this nonsensical game. And that's also where I think people are also angry with Jay-Z by saying, bruh, you could have said, I'll be happy to do a deal with you the moment one of your team signs him. Until they do, we won't let up.
I definitely.
Right, because his whole argument was, I support Keapernick. This is what Jay-Z was riding on. So, nigga, you was coattail riding off of him and saying you support him. And then the moment these motherfuckers dangled enough money and put in position and power in your motherfucking red ass face, now all of a sudden, we didn't talk about that. That ain't got nothing to do with it. This got everything to do with it. This is the reason why nobody's fucking with the NFL like that. Not the people that's already still been watching because they don't care because they that damn addicted to this distracting ass shit. Not that. But, you just took it for the money. This was a money deal. And then you screwed Jermaine Dupri. You just told him not to do it, and then you came and did the very thing that he was about to do. So what's up with that, dog? Like, you a snake. You a snake.
I totally agree. And I want to just go back to the point that if they would have laid out specifics, it would have been different. It's kind of like, how we're looking at politics right now. So say somebody like, I'll just take one person, like Kamala Harris. Right? So say that she says that she wants to do all this stuff for criminal justice reform and the school to prison pipeline, all these different things. But we look at your history, we don't see anything that has ever even resembled you doing anything towards criminal justice. And so you're not giving us any specifics, but you're going to get a celebrity person to kind of co-sign you.
Exactly.
Say, you all support me because this person is supporting me. That's kind of what the NFL did.
Yeah.
And it's kind of insulting. It's like, okay, we want to know exactly what you're doing.
Exactly.
Don't tell us that he's going to be, over the entertainment and think that's just going to be okay with it.
Exactly.
And
we don't give a fuck about the entertainment.
Everybody loves Jay-Z. Everybody appreciate. They've seen the maturation process. They see the maturing in his lyrics. You know what I mean? But then you have that part where he says, I don't know how much, influence one person can have. I think that was one of the quotes that he said. And that's the part that I got to take issue with Jay-Z on, because you're in the position where you can say anything and people will follow.
Yep, and that's what's going on.
Lyrics where he said, skills be shown, I'd be lyrically Talib Kweli. He said, truth be told, I want to rhyme like common sense, but I did 10 million and I ain't been rhyming like common sense. So that tells me that it's all about the money for you, Jay-Z.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And that's the part that's it's disappointing because everything in your lyrics have said you're all about the money, you're all about the paper. You know what I mean? If you ain't talking about large amounts, what's the point? All those different things you say, and now you're kind of living that out with your actions.
Yep.
Well said. Card Chair, Department of Afro-American Studies, Howard University. Joseph Williams, Senior Editor, U.S. News and World Report. Erica Savage Wilson, host of Savage Politics Podcast. Greg Card, I want to start with you. It's very interesting when you. I'm sorry, my apologies. Greg is not there yet. Let me start with Erica. Erica, it's very interesting when you look at this. And how the NFL somehow thought, okay, now we go ahead and do this deal with Jay-Z, everything goes away. This thing's not going away. And I still contend that I believe, and I've sent him a text, he hasn't responded. Now it's time for Colin Kaepernick to also speak out, not just on Instagram, not just on Twitter, because the Q rating show, African Americans hold Colin Kaepernick in high esteem compared to other groups. The numbers don't lie. We saw what happened with Nike as well.